Yo, I got a new iPhone yesterday and I was like so freaking happy. It's so funny how like buying something can make you that happy. I had a moment like similar to this when I was in college. I just remember feeling so happy because I got something and then I started to feel guilty for it. Like, oh, I'm so shallow that this makes me happy. I'm not being happy about spiritual things or whatnot. I don't know. I feel like that's just like, I don't know, something good happens. You should just be happy and enjoy it, right? Like God is the giver of every good gift and every good thing. You get something good. Enjoy the happiness because there's some bad times coming. That's been my mindset recently. Like if something's good, I'm going to enjoy it, man. Because I don't know, life's been like throwing a lot of moments that make me feel not joyful, you know? Okay, so the next thing. The main thing I want to talk about is I just need to practice talking about this because I want to like grasp it to a point where it comes out so naturally. And a big problem that I think is prevalent in modern Christianity and mainstream Christianity is the thought that God is just pure spiritual. Like he's pure like miracle, spiritual, and mystery. And to elaborate on that, what that means, it's like whenever we hear psychology, biology, science, and just facts about reality, we tend to just separate that from God. Like we think God is just heavenly, he's in the spiritual realm and all that. But something that I have been really realizing in the past 3 years, especially after my return to Christianity, is in the Bible it says God created everything. God made everything. Therefore, all the reality and all the way, like the way the sky is blue and the way that people like fall in love, even like the most complex things and then the most mundane things that we take for granted, like how I'm just breathing in oxygen and stuff, and how the wind's blowing at me, and all the mechanics of life were created by God. And with that thought in mind, I started to take a different mindset towards things like psychology and modern science and whatnot. I've been following like this secular psychologist on Instagram, and she is very, very good at what she does. The stuff she talks about, I think she's like a relationship, marriage, dating, something related to that, like psychologist, counselor. I don't even know if that's like a field, but that's her thing. And she talks a lot about attachment types and, you know, what a healthy relationship is. I'm like really looking to get married, and I've been like exposed to a lot of stuff like that, both like secular views on dating and the Christian views on dating. And I'm trying to get the best perspective, right? Just trying to gather everything that I can gather to learn everything I can learn. And there's something I observed from this person. I think her name's like Jillian Turek or something. I think everyone should be following her, especially today, especially given how messy modern day marriage, relationships, dating, everything related to that is. Like the mentality that you have to be in the quote unquote healthy mentality or mindset to have a healthy partner. Those things are the same things that the Bible points to. And I keep running into this with everything. Like I've been reading some secular self-help books too, specifically like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F, Atomic Habits, and right now I'm reading No More Mr. Nice Guy. And I'm just seeing something so important between No More Mr. Nice Guy and How to Not Give a F and the gospel. The common thing that gets you to live the life you want to live. Freedom from other people's opinions. Other people's opinions are super controlling each and every one of us. And like the more free you are from those things, the more able you are to actually live in a way that you desire. Live in a way that actually accomplishes, in Christian term, like the will of God. Because most people, without even recognizing, we're all given paradigms. The things we take for granted, like, you know, you grow up and you go to school and then you study to go to a college to get a job. Like that's a paradigm that is just fed to us that has been taken for granted. A big reason people don't question it is because, you know, there's financial reasons too, but there's a really more underlying reason, and it's that you will look odd not doing those things. And that is so much of the problem in each of our lives that prevents us from doing the things we actually want to do. And that has been stated so much in the Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, and even No More Mr. Nice Guy. Specifically in No More Mr. Nice Guy, right, it talks about how these nice guys end up in marriages that are just absolutely horrible, not even realizing that they were a big contributor to it because they were trying so hard to please their wife. And it's like, you have to be controlled by something bigger and deeper than single person's opinion. And that ties exactly to the kind of life Jesus lived and wants us to live too. One that is completely surrendered to the will of God and not the will of other people, right? And that theme is so prevalent in all the Bible. Noah, like, see what he was doing. Like, he's just building this random ark and he looks ridiculous to everybody, but he obeyed God amongst that. And that is like what everybody did in the Bible. They did not live to give in to the opinions of others, but they did what they believed was right. And that's like all the greats of history even, right? And Socrates, dude, that guy is, I always talk about him recently, but that guy is also a prime example of that. People who are so attuned to what the right thing is that other people's opinions don't matter. And that's exactly the mindset that Subtle Art of Not Giving an F and Mr. Nice Guy are pointing to. And those things will give you actual success on earth. I'm like, wait, this is exactly what you'll get if you completely follow the Bible 100%. And it's like all the self-help books, all the psychology, all the like the philosophy, it all is like fragments of the complete picture, which is achievable and done and happens through living the way God intended us. I've just been like on this journey for the past 3 years. I think what we need to do as Christians today is reality max. Like, we need to really see reality and see God in reality. If God made the world, then he made reality. So it would only make sense that the things you see in real life, the way things work, reflect how he made them and his character and everything that it says in the Bible. I think that would help so many Christians today. And I keep coining the term in my head, reality maxing. Like, we gotta really reality max as Christians. There's so much more I want to say about this, just regarding like how to live correctly as a human being, how to make the best use of your time. It's like I'm following a lot of secular fitness people, secular life coaches, at the same time following a lot of Christian like influencers, and they point to some very common truths. It makes sense. Of course they would, because all the stuff that the secular fitness, health, lifestyle, life choices coaches are pointing to are just a subset of the good things of God. But with God, you get the complete picture. And yeah, it's just like really sad that we've like reduced God to only being able to do miracles. That's it. Like, I heard like a prayer request a couple of weeks ago. It's like, oh, you know, I didn't prepare for my work meeting tomorrow, but I prayed to God, and yeah, it's just gonna go well because of that. There's just something like, to me, fundamentally weird about that prayer. God created the world in a way where if you want your meeting or your thing to go well, you should prepare for it, right? And it's just like a natural occurrence or result of you not studying or preparing that it doesn't go well, right? And then like we only see God as like this genie, magician, miracle worker, which are true. Like, he is that, but that's not all of him either. He is the one who created all the ways this world works and reality itself, right? And we just overemphasize on the spiritual, the miracle, the stuff that blows our mind, right? And we don't even like come to consider that God uses reality itself to accomplish his will, right? I don't know, dude. I'm just like so tired of that. That's the thing that became prevalent to me in the Old Testament Bible. Like, God was accomplishing his will through reality. Of course, there are miracles like, you know, splitting the Red Sea into two, but a good chunk of like a lot of the things that happen in the Old Testament were just through people, their actions, right? And like King Nebuchadnezzar doing this, King Nebuchadnezzar doing that, Alexander the Great doing this, Alexander the Great doing that. And little do you know, in hindsight, all of it was to accomplish the will of God. I guess like the applicational aspect to what I'm saying is, if you want a meaningful life, I think it's time to stop praying about it, but you just do something about it. You know what I mean? I could be wrong here, but it feels like God's like heard enough prayers. It's time to just take action. It's time we just do stuff, you know? We gotta just do stuff. Like, turn off our brains and just do the things that make us closer, right, to the things we know we need to do. Instead of waiting for a miracle, praying for a miracle, right? Praying for something so unlikely. How about we just do something about it and seek it out? Because that pleases God too. That pleases God. Like, he wants us to seek out the answers. And he wants us to seek out his will instead of just being given clarity. Because when you have clarity on what your path is, that's not faith. You don't need faith if you're gonna know for sure you're gonna have $1 million in the next 2 years. Right? You're never sure about anything. And that's what makes it faith. Okay, anyway, I have to go, so I'm just gonna stop it here. Bye-bye.